Hey, Charles. You know, the other day when I heard about what happened in Charlottesville, Virginia, all of a sudden I began to have flashbacks. And the reason is my namesake. I'm Abraham Lincoln Woods III. I'm named after this gentleman here, Reverend Dr. Abraham Woods Jr. My father called my mother one morning. It was back March of 1965. And during that day was the March 25th was during the famous Selma Montgomery March, if I remember the date correctly. On the phone, and you know in the house you have this little phone seat. There was no multiple phones in the house, just one phone, and it rang and my mother answered it, and my father was giving her a report of the events that had happened during the march from Selma to Montgomery. And he said to her that this young white lady had been shot in the head and killed and left for dead. And in that car, all the black men in there were shot and left for dead as well. The name of the lady is Viola Liuzzo. She was 39. She was what I remembered as a medical technologist that worked in a hospital in Detroit, Michigan. She saw what was going on in the South with blacks marching for their civil rights, and she felt it was her duty as an American to stop her life, leave her 5 children, her husband, and to go and volunteer for that march, which she did. She was simply driving back from Montgomery with her car full of black men that had participated in that march that took several days to go from Selma to Montgomery, bringing them back to Selma. The KKK saw her and called her a nigger lover and shot her in the head, murdered her on the scene, shot all the black men in the car and left them for dead, not knowing that one was alive who got out to tell the story. So when I hear of Heather Heyer, who was there in Charlottesville, where she left her work, the thought of what she did for a life, this girl goes out on the street to protest against the people who were protecting and protesting their right as far as white supremacists. And therefore her whole life, as her friends told the story, was committed to protecting and standing up for the rights of others. She was killed instantly by this mad driver who in his life in Kentucky had grown up studying Hitler, fascism and Nazism and white supremacy. And therefore the parallel that I took from this was 2 courageous white women who loved like God said to love, and that is to love your brother as yourself, that they would put their lives on the line to protect the rights of all people. That's what happened to me this weekend when I saw the horror of Charlottesville, regardless of who's right, who's wrong, as Abraham Lincoln would say in regards to the Civil War. But passion has a lot to do with when you're committed to put your life on the line for that which you believe. And these women were courageous and are commended by their Heavenly Father for standing up for right.